the guys that we've got so far seem to have a decent spread of points around about them. So maybe that's not the way he's going either, I don't know. Talking about the games, obviously the team went down to Cardiff very, very short-handed and took 3 Solway Sharks with them. 5-0 loss to the Devils. By all accounts, for people, and you guys will have spoke to people that went as well, seen the game, it really wasn't as bad as the 5-0 suggests. I think both Ryan Nye and Gary Russell split time in the nets in that game, as they did in the Panthers game, which we lost 4-2. A lot of people saying things came together a wee bit more in the Panthers game. Again, still very short-handed to a team who just recently have come together to win away in Champions Hockey League. So, you know, they are friendlies. You don't know how much stuff's getting tried, but, you know, Stephen, we were on a hiding to nothing with the roster we took down to these places, weren't we?
Yeah, and by all accounts, there's a few notable Cardiff fans who said that looking at what we were doing and how the team was coached, that when the bodies came in, it was positive signs. And you know, Cardiff is a hard place to go at any point, especially when they're preparing for the CHL. And yeah, it was a hide into nothing really. But you know, as you said, we pulled it back in the Nottingham game. We got a bit of pride back, and it was all about fitness and the players getting to know each other a bit better on the ice. So I think, despite the results, it was overall a successful weekend.
Well, I'm sure, you know, Graham, you can never say even a trip down there with kind of a weekend roster, it's never going to be, you're not going to not learn something about yourself and something about the players you've just signed. It's always going to be a worthwhile exercise. So yeah, without having, I mean, none of us are going to sit here and say we went and we know much about the games. I think the both results are what we were expecting, given what we took down. Even with, we'd had a few more back, we'd probably still be in our first games. We'd still have been struggling a wee bit. However, we'll come back to this weekend, which we have seen the players. We won 5-1 on Saturday night, 5-4 on Saturday night against Frankfurt, and we lost 4-1 last night. And I'm just going to go through, I mean, I found it hard. I'm trying to watch the players, and you're trying to remember whose numbers who. So I kind of found it hard sometimes to pick guys out, but we'll go through the new guys and see who remembers what. I mean, Ryan Nye, for a start, played on Saturday night the whole game. I mean, for me, he looked solid. He had a few really good saves on Saturday night. The reports coming up from Cardiff fans and Nottingham fans were that he looked really, really good against them. You know, people were saying he looks even better than Kyle Jones did. I think that was a Nottingham fan that tweeted that. We did say when they signed this guy that John Tripp would not sign him if he didn't trust him, because your goalie is one of your most important players. And, you know, early signs are he looks as if he's going to be a good signing, Graham.
Yeah, as you say, the advance word from down south was that Nye was good, and again, as you say, Tripper, that was his first signing, so you could almost say that's maybe his most important signing. It's his first one, and it's the goalie, so it's critical. And there were some doubters, including myself, in terms of, well, this is a guy that was playing for his team, which nearly get relegated and all that sort of stuff, and yeah. Being a goalie for a team that's not doing very well can you know, present its own challenges. And as Tripper had said, this is a guy that can take a lot of shots. Obviously, the hope is he doesn't have to take that many shots. But in terms of this past weekend, he definitely impressed me. He got caught cold for the first couple of goals on the Saturday night. I wasn't at last night's game, but he certainly impressed me. His positioning looks good. He's agile. He's not the biggest, but he's agile. It looks like he's going to cause Stevens some heart attacks in terms of playing the puck outside of away from the net. But
see, I thought he was really good the few times that he was coming down.
Yeah, he did. No, he was good, but that's going to stop Stephen having a heart attack. So.
He's just thinking about Chris Holt again, isn't he?
Aye, the ghost of Chris Holt still haunts me, you know. But
so Ryan Nye. I think. I think Rusty perhaps didn't have the best of games last night, but I think it's going to be. I don't think goaltending is going to be an issue for us as such. I think already we've seen enough in Nye that hopefully he will be a good goaltender for us, and we'll have, if we've got better goaltending than we had last season, then already that's an improvement, so that's fine.
And Stephen, your thoughts on Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 goals the other night, Graham said he was caught cold, but they were breakaways shorthand. So, it was poor play from our power play unit that caused those. But apart from that, I thought it was really good. But when you're sitting there with your new goalie conceding 2 goals and 2 shots, there is that wee niggling at the back of the mind, and you're thinking, here we go again. But no, he settled well after that, and he made some big saves, and I think he's going to be really key for us this season. And the first impressions I've got of him is that he's going to be fine and lead us to some wins when we don't deserve them, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing you always want. You want your goaltender to maybe steal a win every now and then, and all fair play. Last year I don't think we really got that, but I mean, it's really difficult for a goaltender. We talk about the D all the time from last year. Any goaltender would have struggled. I think it just didn't work last year. But this guy, we'll see. Again, as you say, Stephen, signs are positive. I'm certainly looking forward to watching him progress as the season goes on, and I'm confident that he's going to do a job. Josh Greavenson's the next new player we saw, obviously young Brit. Got a lot of ice time due to the fact we are so short-handed. Did not look out of place. Kind of reminded me of Zach Sullivan in many ways. This kind of smaller body D-man, has to use his smarts. He's got a good turn of pace about him, and he got a lot of good game time. And even just on that first viewing, I think he's going to push Zach for ice time. Zach's got to be on his toes this year, and maybe that's one of the reasons they brought Josh in. Stephen, I don't know.
He's on a 2-way with Solway, so I don't think we'll see him that much this year. Going by the weekend there, I don't think that he'll be on a 2-way with Solway for much longer, because, as you said, he didn't look out of place, and we'll get on to Jordan Wessa as well, no doubt. It looks good. There was a couple of diving blocks he made. I think it was on Saturday night. I thought he didn't look out of place. He probably, I can't remember, he's probably playing alongside Sescon though.
I think he was most of the time.
Yeah, that older presence just to guide him through the game, and he played really well. I'm led to believe by Dundee fans that he didn't really play much for them last season. I don't know why. I don't know if it was just an over-reliance on imports or if they had another Brit that was better, but I'm really impressed by what I saw over the weekend. He didn't look out of place, and I'm thinking that he'll be pushing for a space in the squad, as you said.
Yep. Graham, anything you can add to that?
No, not really. I mean, again, there wasn't a lot I could remember about him, which is, as we were saying before, with the D-man's always a good thing. But yeah, like you say, look comfortable, and if he's going to be pushing our man for ice time, then so much the better. But yeah, certainly impressed in this early stages, Yep.
All positive for Josh. Landon Slansky is the next one. Now, I mean, I noted this down, you can correct me if I'm wrong. He looks to me as if he just likes to get forward a lot, he's not afraid to jump into the play. He doesn't hang on to those boards at all. He'll quite happily jump into it. A lot of time he was ending up behind the net. And that's all fair and well, as long as you've got a forward who's got the presence of mind to drop back in a position. He's got a decent shot on him, I remember that as well. And I think the most I remembered about him over the 4 friendlies is he had 2 fights, and certainly had a fight on Sunday night. Overall, I was pretty impressed with Landon Slansky as well. Graham, was there anything that am I misremembering, or does that ring a bell for you?
It rings a bell simply because I thought he was a forward for most of the game. I forgot he was a D-man. Certainly very offensive-minded. But yeah, physical player. He impressed me. I don't remember a hell of a lot about him, to be honest with you, but certainly impressed me. And there's a few times I was mentioning him to the people around me in terms of good plays that he did. But yeah, very offensive, and fine, if you've got a stay-at-home D-man that can cover for that, then great. So yeah, again, another guy that's impressed us so far.
Yep, I don't think his D was lacking either though. When he was, I remember him going down and blocking shots, and I remember turning to the person next to him going, why are they doing this? It's a friendly. The last thing he wants to lose a guy for a few weeks, for going down and blocking shots. But, for what I remember, there's nothing lacking in his D either, Stephen.
No, I liked him. I was impressed by him. he needs to watch, as you said, jumping forward too much, and it was his error when he got the puck stuck in his skates in the second power play for their second breakaway goal on Saturday. But I'd rather these things happened in pre-season rather than the actual proper regular game. So yeah, I think he was just excited because I think he just kept jumping forward. But I think he's going to be a fan favourite. He got the crowd into it with his fight last night, and everyone responded to it. So I think he's going to be a big player for us as well.
Craig Sescon hasn't changed much since he was here last time, has he? He's your stay-at-home D-man. He's your kind of, I don't know, wiser head. I don't know if that's the right word for it. He is a stay-at-home D-man. He does what it says on the tin, if you like, Stephen. I mean, that's his job, that's his role, and he plays it well.
Yep, you say that, but his goal on Saturday.
It was a cracker. He's probably not scored another one all year, right?
No, but that was a nice spin move. Sescon, we knew what we were getting, and that's exactly what we got over the weekend. He wasn't quick to jump in the play, and he was helping Sullivan and Greaveson through the games and just talking them through it. And he's an experienced head. He knows this league. He knows the organisation as well. So it's good to have him back, and hopefully we see that from him all season.
Yep, Graham.
Not much to add. It took his goal well, as you say, and. But yeah, I mean, I've got good memories of Sescon. He was a good player for us, and I think if we see the same again, then fine. So yeah, no issues from what I saw on Saturday night.
Cameron Burt. Now this guy's a character, isn't he? What I remember, again, he's like this landscape. I mean, he was an ex-forward, wasn't he? For what I'm led to believe, he likes to get forward as well. He's very skilled in the puck. See, the only downside for me, and I know it was pre-season, too many turnovers for me at the moment. I mean, it was one of his turnovers on the blue line that got a breakaway for one of the first two goals on Saturday as well. Obviously, it is early doors. He got man of the match on Sunday, which I seem to remember about 5 turnovers, though. I just kept thinking, this guy keeps turning the puck over, and he won man of the match. I like the look of him. I think he's going to be a fan favourite. He's again skilled, and he's not afraid to dance the puck out of his D zone, and that's all good and well, and it works out for him 9 times out of 10. But it's exciting to watch, but you still at the same time you're going, oh no, here we go. I don't know. Graham, what were your thoughts on Cameron?
Well, I can only talk about Saturday night, and yeah, it was his mistake that caused the breakaway for the first goal. Yeah. It was the first goal on Saturday night. So I mean, that was early on. I thought, oh, here we go. But I'll be honest with you, maybe he didn't have that great a game last night, but I don't remember him making a mistake after that. I thought he was pretty solid after that, certainly on Saturday. I thought he had a good game overall after that mistake. So, yeah, he impressed me, and looks like he's going to be a bit of a character. So, again, I don't have the benefit of last night, as I say, but, yeah, no issues as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, no, he had a good game last night, but he still had those turnovers, which to me detracted a bit from the overall good game. I mean, you don't want your D-man coughing the puck up 4 or 5 times a game. That's going to cost you when we get into the old stuff. That was the only thing that bothered me, but he had a cracking game. Exciting player to watch, Stephen.
Yeah, and he's a right wind-up merchant as well. I don't know if you saw him, but he was, when people were skating by, he was just trying to knock their stick out their hand, and not a slash, just like a wee tap, and as they were skating by, and he loves winding up the opposition. I think he's got to be a real asset for us this season. Hopefully he's got all his turnovers out of his system, as you said, but no, his puck handling, the way he took the puck through the neutral zone, which is something I don't remember seeing at Braehead any time recently. It was good. So hopefully we see the best out of him.
Yeah, his transition was fantastic. You're spot on with that. I mean, we did struggle getting it from one end to the other, but he's totally comfortable bringing it out. Again, probably because he used to be a forward. And again, like Kozlansky, he's not sitting on the point. He'll jump into the play for the puck if it's there to be got. And, that's all fair and well, yeah, but there's a time and a place for it. And, we just need to hope that they do it at the right time and when there is cover. But, going to be a real exciting player to watch. And I don't know, do you notice last night as well, he's got this thing about being last off the ice?
Aye, I saw that.
And there was a thing with one of the German players, I think it was one of the German goalies. He was waiting for the German goalie to get off the ice before he would make a move. That's going to be a feature. Somebody's going to wind him up. And I think we could see some sort of standoff at Braehead during one of the intervals. Because somebody's going to come up, somebody like Fitzy's going to come up and, decide he's going to take him on for that, isn't he? So, it's one to watch for. Moving on to Adam Brace, he was one of the guys that we,